Hey there, aficionados. Happy local fish store Saturday to you. Was that the creepiest intro and thumbnail you've ever seen before, or what? Welcome to the room I usually do my live streams from in daylight. Welcome to my first teaser video not in the car, the safest one ever. I keep the camera in one place and I just talk as a matter of just talking. Also, it's another first as well. This is a teaser video and a reveal video all in one. You're getting two for one. More bang for your buck. Yeah. I was trying to think of a fish thing that could go with that, but yeah, I can't think of anything to go with that. So, first off, the reveal portion. Early on this week, I posted a video. It was on Monday. It was on Memorial Day. I posted a video, a teaser video, about a new series that I was going to be starting on my channel. I kind of gave it away at the very beginning of this video. I'll be calling it Local Fish Store Saturday. Put a link to that teaser video, I think right here. Or right here. I always get it wrong. Anyways, yeah, I posted a teaser video on Monday about it. I was supposed to meet with the guys on Monday, but they had to go get a 90-gallon fish tank from Charlottesville. It was like an hour away from here. So hey, going from a teacher and a fish nerd, not being able to meet up because you're getting a fish tank is a fully excused absence. So, they're excused. So I met up with them today. Well, when you watch the video, yesterday, Friday. Met up with them, talked, kind of sweetened the pot, brought a hospitality gift, fish nerd style. Brought them a bag of 10 fancy guppies. They are the fancy wild-caught guppies that I have in this video here, or the other side, whichever way it is. I think it's that side, isn't it? I don't know. But post that video there. I gave them a bunch of the males because that way they wouldn't be having a bunch that they don't want to have, and they wouldn't be having any questionably gravid females. So brought that to kind of as a token of good faith, because I would like to help to give them inventory to get them started. And talked to them about a bunch of stuff, about a bunch of fish talk, and met with them. Talked about my channel, talked about their goals in the hobby, my goals in the hobby. We talked about actually one of my goals, one of my pipe dreams, or we'll call it a tank dream since we are fish tank nerds. Talked about, we have a tank dream that's very similar, and I'm very much an idea person, so I'm really good at coming up with ideas, but I'm really bad with the details and with making deadlines. So talking things out with people, like what I did when I met up with these guys, and he just from out of nowhere said, hey, you're a teacher, you influence the future of our country and this hobby. That's awesome. Have you thought about doing this? And I was like, yes, I have, but I never thought about it from a teacher perspective. I only thought about it from a fish store perspective. So talking with him about that kind of opened my eyes to a new way to be able to give back to the hobby and feed into the future of our country faster than what I had planned, which is awesome. And he's definitely interested in helping out in that dream. It's his dream as well. So I think that's really awesome when two people think the same thing without, I mean, literally this is the second time I've ever met these guys. So it was a great meeting. Talked about some collaboration together. working together. Met with them about some possible future content for this channel. They're also interested in starting up their own channel too. Whenever they do, I will be giving links to their channels and be giving them shout outs. If there's anybody in the Richmond, Virginia area that is a YouTuber that's watching this, please comment below or message me. If you message me, please comment, say, hey, sent you a message. I'd really like to know who's watching in the Richmond area. Richmond area, I mean, if you're from Richmond, you know it's the Richmond area. So comment below. I really want to see how many Richmond YouTubers there are. I know Ray's Aquaria is in the Richmond area. And one of my former students that I met at the the local fish club meeting, he is obviously in the Richmond area. That's pretty cool. And I know my current students that could be watching this because they're trying to creep on their teacher. They're obviously in the Richmond area. In fact, one of them could be right behind me right now. Actually, it is possible. Just kidding. I have a fenced-in backyard and a very, very scary lab. Watch this. No, he's not listening. He just wants me to feed him. So, anyways, back on topic here. What else? So, meeting with these guys, they were happy to take my fancy male wild-caught guppies. We talked about their plans and their breeding plans and things that they would like to breed, and talked about things I would like to breed. And one thing that they mentioned that I think I've seen mentioned, but I haven't seen pictures of it, is Apistogramma multifasciatus. And that's a beautiful fish. I have a weak spot for bluefish. Blues and greens are my weakness. I'll pass up a red fish, yellow fish, orange fish any day, for the most part. But you have a red variation of it, I mean a blue variation of it, I'm looking at it. Would you just look at it? I'm looking at it. If it's a blue fish, I'm looking at it. So he's talking about this fish, and then talking about our histories. But anyways, the meeting went well. Content. So we'll be working together to create some future content for this channel. It will not be coming soon, YouTube coming soon, but it'll be more like coming soon to a theater near you, kind of soon, because those are like months away. So that new content will probably be coming at the earliest July of 2017. Probably the earliest, I would think. We talked about a bunch of things. It was, hey, I'm ready to go right now. Let's do this. That's the way I am. I'm very much like, let's go do this and then think about it and go figure out what we need to work out and make better. That's why I need people like my wife and some friends and coworkers that are like, hey, slow down. Let's think about this. Let's plan it out. And then let's maybe do it if it works out. So that's what these guys are great about. They're like, well, hold on, let's try this. It's like, thank you. That's what I need. When people offer me constructive criticism and offer me detail ways to improve my ideas, or they offer me deadlines kind of thing. I don't like deadlines, but at least it makes it realistic for me. So that's what's great about these guys. So I'm really excited about the new content. It's gonna be something that you're gonna like. I'm gonna like it, so you'll probably like it too. So I think that's it for the reveal portion of this video. Now, we talked about a bunch of fish. Dario. Talked about, I will feed you in a little bit. Talked about celestial pearl danios. Talked about shrimp, cardinas. And in the Richmond area, our water is very soft, like coming out of the tap, like 125 parts per million. And I was like, hey, are you able to, raise shrimp in soft water? And they're like, dude, listen, we raise shrimp, no problem. It's not a problem here. So I'm really glad to know that it is possible. He said just keep lots of live plants in there, so I will keep that in mind. I think they were trying to sell me some, but hey, I'm a interested buyer in the future for shrimp, so it wasn't like they were twisting my arm on buying some shrimp down the road. So that's pretty cool. But anyways, on to the teaser portion of this video. Went to the local fish store as a way to wind down from the week. It's my way to relax and just look at the fish and just watch them. And so I walked in, so I'll give you the full story. I walked in and they're starting to recognize me. There was one employee there recognized me like instantly, and the other one's starting to notice me as being a regular customer that actually will buy stuff most of the time. They were like to twist my arm once again. So I walked in and she asked me, she said, hey, what can we help you with? I'm like, I'm looking what you have new this week. I was in here last week, bought that lyre tail guppy. I'll put a link to that video right here. I said my viewers like that lyre tail guppy. I like it. So let's see what you have new. And she's like, well, do you want bigger fish or smaller fish? I'm like, well, I have smaller tanks, a bunch of 10s, a 20. I have some other 10 gallons that are on the list of things to do. 2 more 10s and 2 more 29 gallons that are ready to be resealed and set back up. I think one of them is resealed. I'd have to leak check it, so leak test it. So she said, well, we got some new guppies. I'm like, now you're speaking my language. Now you're speaking my weakness. Let's go look at what new guppies you have. She got another shipment in of the blue lyre tail guppies like what I posted last week. These, they didn't have as many that had what looked to be like a normal functioning gonopodium. Although I know Michael from Michael's Fish Room says that he's never had a problem with them breeding, but my experience, I have. Maybe I wasn't playing enough berry white or giving them enough chocolate covered strawberries and oysters, but I just could never get my fancy finned gonopodium live bearers to breed successfully. They liked trying, but it was never successful. So she said, oh, and we have she said we have these flagfish. They're like a killifish. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. I haven't ever seen a flagfish in person. So I saw it and I was like, that's a pretty cool fish. It's native to North America somewhere, North, Central, or South America. I don't know. I haven't done very much research on it. I was watching Inglorious Betta's live stream last weekend. I was like, killifish are pretty cool. I don't know very much about them. I gotta go do my research. So, but luckily, from what I can tell, from what I know a little bit and talking to the person in the local fish store, flagfish don't get that big. So maybe they might be added to my fwish list, which is my fish wish list, by the way. So, flagfish from one of the Americas. And he's like, oh, come check out these down here. They're, what were they? Sparkling gouramis. Heard about them a little bit. Haven't done very much research on them. So it's like, you know, I'd like to know more about a fish before I buy it. I don't like to be one of those people that just buys on a whim all the time. So I passed up on those. They were a really good price. It's like, maybe. That might be a possibility in the future. But it might be added to the bottom of my wish list. Maybe just above African cichlids, just barely. Just because they can have regular water and don't need a species tank, basically, with a bunch of rocks. And so anyways, she's like, oh, and we have some of beep. I'm not telling you what fish that was, because that might be one of the fish that I got. I was like, oh, awesome, I've been looking for that fish. That's on my wish list. And I haven't seen it in person. But I looked at it, and it wasn't as colorful as what I would like. And it's like, well, it just got shipped here a few days ago. It's a juvenile still, and they're not breeding, so it probably explains the lack of coloration. So it's like, might get that one. And then I walked 2 more tanks down, and I saw this other fish that's on my fwish list, which is a beep. And that one, beautiful colors, looked to be like a possible pair. So I was like, this is also a possibility as well. Such a whiner. So it's like I was really stuck between fish 1 and fish 2. And I know you're all thinking, go get both of them. But the problem is that first off, I have a demanding dog. That's one problem. The other problem is that I wasn't quite sure about the tank, if I had tanks ready for both of them. I know I had a tank ready for one of them, but wasn't sure about the other. So fish 1 in their store, and they don't get it very often. Really rare thing to get in their store, but it just wasn't colored up, and I was kind of like, I'm not sure about that. Fish 2, they get in about every few weeks probably, and I probably, should have just waited until when I had another tank ready for that. But I went with fish 2. So comment below with which fish what you think fish 1 or fish 2 was, and yeah, we'll see who gets it right. But I'm kind of having non-buyer's remorse right now. A little bit. I'm wondering, like, should I have gotten fish 1? I was thinking, like, maybe I could put them in my classroom over the weekend, and then figure something out. But I'd rather have a tank ready for them and have them a safe place to go where they can start getting ready to breed a lot earlier on, rather than just have a very long-term temporary tank. So I think I made the right choice, although it's a really difficult choice. So comment below with what you think fish 2 is, especially because that's the mystery fish I got. Mystery fish. And maybe try and guess what fish 1 was. Fish 1 I can't find very often online. When I do, it's like crazy expensive, and local fish store price was really fair. I have a dog hair in my mouth. So yeah, that's my reveal and teaser video for local fish store Saturday. So happy kind of first official video in the local fish store Saturday video series. I did post a local fish store Saturday video last week as a teaser video. And I think it's still up. If it is, I'll put a link to it here. But I hope to have more content coming out. At first, it's not going to be local fish store Saturday series content every week, but eventually it will be, once these guys I met with get things going more and more, and get the ball rolling, and starts a snowball effect, and starts, the train starts going down the tracks. So once that happens, then we'll start to have way more regular content for local fish store Saturday, and maybe actually see some local fish store tours. That rhymed. And maybe see some behind the scenes, maybe see some, maybe some of that. Do have definitely 2 local fish stores I like to frequent. One's a local pet store, one's a local fish store. So I would like to help out the local fish stores. So yeah, I think I'm done rambling. That's definitely way long enough of a video. I apologize if you've fallen asleep at this point. But if you did like it, if you did find it enticing, intriguing, interesting, educational, inspirational, probably not inspirational, or entertaining, please give it a like. If there's anything you didn't like about it, give me a thumbs down, which looks like this down below. Down below, I think, right here. A thumbs down right there. If you do give me a thumbs down, please tell me what I can do to make it better. Keep it appropriate, keep it constructive, keep it somewhat nice, and I am open to constructive criticism. If you could do me a favor, if you haven't already, please subscribe. If you do subscribe, please turn on notifications. That's the little bell thingy below this video. I think it's over right here or right here. But click that bell, just like Taco Bell. I click that Taco Bell about once a week, which is very unhealthy, I know. But it's so tasty. Click that bell, turn on notifications, so that way you can see when I do the fish reveal video tomorrow on Sunday, on New Species Sunday, which is not going to be a regular thing because I can't afford that. That would get quite expensive, and then the divorce lawyer fees would be really expensive because my wife would probably be like, okay, if you keep getting new fish every week, we can't afford that, so bye. Yeah, that would just get really expensive. So, but tomorrow will be a New Species Sunday because my new fish that I got is not a guppy. Not a guppy. Not a live bear. It's not a plant. It's not a snail. It's not a type of fish food. It's not a decoration. I don't like decorations. It's not a tank. It's not a substrate. It's not a piece of equipment. It's not a filter. It's not an airline. It's a fish. It's a fish. It's not a live bear. It's not a guppy. Okay, so I know that's really weird, and I know you're gonna. I hope you were sitting down because if you know me well enough, that's just a strange thing for me to get a fish that's not a guppy. Because oh my gosh, they had some beautiful guppies in there. I don't know if I said that already, but oh, the guppies. They have these new ones, these snakeskin variety guppies. So beautiful. I mean, crazy snakeskin patterns. I'm getting choked up thinking about it. Crazy snakeskin patterns. Just awesome. But I avoided the temptation, and I did not get any more new guppies today. Well, I did, because some guppy fry were born. But I didn't buy any new guppies today. Anyways, I'll stop rambling. That's for live streams. So be sure to check out my live streams. They're on Mondays after Bob at about 9:30 or so, maybe a little bit before. I like to give Bob enough time to finish up and close everything up, and I don't want to hurry him out. So Mondays after Bob, about 9:30, lasts for an hour. So be sure to turn on the notifications, click that bell, subscribe, share if you want to increase your chances of winning my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. And then if people that you share it with can say, hey, so-and-so sent me, then that increases your chances of winning. Because you brought me not only your sub, but your friend's subs as well, and then Quiznos subs. Toasted. I saw a Quiznos sub store today. They're like leaving the return like crazy, but I found one. I almost stopped at it. But anyways, like, dislike, and then comment, please. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe, share, notifications, and be nice to people. So, keep it fishy, people. Have a good weekend.